Hi, it's been a while since I posted a video. I shot a lot of stuff though. I think I'm just going to try to catch you up on all I've been up to. I'm just going to try to breeze through it all. About a month ago I decided to leave Ventura and move back to my mom's house permanently. It was a hard choice to make. I had a really great time here in Ventura. I got sober. I stayed sober for over a year. I saw a lot of places here. I made a lot of friends. I had a lot of experiences, good and bad. But then I just sort of let it fizzle away. I started drinking again. I stopped going to AA meetings. I stopped talking to the people I knew. I wasn't working much. I was running out of money. I started seeing this Puerto Rican woman who was addicted to meth. I'm just lying about that last one. I just want to sound more exciting. So I took one last walk along the beach to say goodbye, to say thanks. It was a beautiful day. I watched the surfers. I tried to be a surfer, but it was way harder than it looked, and so I quit. I saw a pretty girl sitting alone. I thought about talking to her. Maybe we'd hit it off. Maybe she'd breathe new life back into my situation here in Ventura. Maybe we could help each other. She seemed lonely too. But then I was too scared to talk to her, and she looked creeped out that I was filming her anyway. And then she was gone, and soon I was gone too. When I first moved back with my mom, I actually really loved it. It was good to be around family again. We weathered Storm Lucifer together. We watched The Bachelor together.
Aww.
Sometimes my mom would even take me to the store with her. And she would buy me things. She bought me some headphones. She bought me some new shoes.
This is a big deal in Max's life.
And life was good. I was working out at the gym. I was running on the trails. I reconnected with this great girl named Jen that I'd been seeing on and off for a few years, and we were having a really great time. Here we are in IHOP. We had a great time in IHOP that day. Jen was babysitting this extremely small dog at this really nice house in Sherman Oaks, and she invited me to come over and hang out with her, and we just ate and drank and partied, just us and the dog, all weekend. It was the best. I saw another good friend of mine in Santa Monica named Joe. He was getting ready to fly to Japan for a year to teach English. Joe had had a hard couple of years, and it was really exciting to see him starting something new.
Almost the whole week, and then I'll be gone for over a year. It'll be interesting.
So you're going to be gone for over a year, huh?
Yeah. Make a left here.
Is that the commitment that you had to make?
Yeah, I signed the contract, but I get to Japan. I'll arrive on March 18th.
Joe had this habit at the end of the day. He would empty his pockets and put his change into the special change Tupperware. And after about 10 years, it started to really add up. And he was on a mission that day to cash it all in before he left for his trip. First he went to the bank, but they said they needed to have the change all wrapped up. And that wouldn't work because that would take like months.
Yes, I just want to know, does your Coinstar, is that operating and working right now? Just gotta check to see if it works. Because I pulled the freaking thing. So how do we do that? Do I throw it in here?
It took over 30 minutes to put all that change in the Coinstar machine, and he ended up getting almost $200. I think that's the most I've ever seen anyone get at a Coinstar machine. It was epic. And then we went to eat at this really trendy little coffee shop in Venice, and we talked about me coming out to visit him in Japan. And there was even this Asian woman sitting right next to us, and I thought that was a good omen that we would meet in Japan someday soon. all in all, I was really happy that I was able to see Joe before he left. I had a lot of great times with Joe, and I hope he really does well in his new job.
Great seeing you again, Max. Hopefully I'll see you in the next year. Maybe I'll see you in Japan, hopefully, right?
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so. That would be great. Hopefully you can
Yeah.
make it out there. Get to see all the amazing things that I'm going to be seeing in the next year.
I know you gotta take pictures and send them.
I will take pictures. I'll send them and I'll put some stuff on Facebook, you know.
In the old days, Joe would let me hang out at his apartment when he was at work, since I never really had a job. And on this day, he let me hang out and drink beer on his couch one last time for old time's sake. You know, the thing I always love about drinking beer was that it made doing dull, everyday things so much more fun.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can miss the sky.
It was great, just sitting there drinking beer in Joe's place all day. But I have to admit to myself that getting drunk at 1 in the afternoon on a Monday was not a good thing to do all the time. And I was starting to kind of do it all the time. And once the drinking starts getting out of hand, I start going downhill fast. I figured I would get back on track once I started working, and I just happened to have a job interview this day at a famous theme park called Magic Mountain. I had an interview for the position of the guy who greases up the big gears and chains on the roller coasters, which I was excited about. I was super pumped as I drove up to the park and I went around to the employee parking lot. The interview went really well. I had a second interview scheduled.
It'd be cool to, I wanna ride the roller coasters. That's what I really wanna do.
But then on the day of the interview, my alarm didn't go off. I swore I set my alarm, but it didn't go off. Or I turned it off in my sleep. I don't know what happened, but I missed the interview. No more Magic Mountain job. I've been counting on that job to straighten me out. Now what was I gonna do? So I decided to come back to Ventura and move into the same sober living that I was at 3 or 4 months ago. I figured that this place kept me on the right path once, and it can help me get there again. I like that you're supposed to get up early and make your bed. I need that. I have 2 roommates. This is Jonathan. They call him Shredder because he surfs all the time. And this is my other roommate, Eric. He was my roommate last time. I really like him. He's a good guy. Here's the upstairs TV room, and there's even some weights. That's good because I've been slacking on my workouts. That's Anthony. He's one of my friends from the last time I was here. He was a lot fatter last time. I think he's been hitting the weights really hard. Good for him. This is Mike. He's the manager now.
Well, the only thing that I see that you're doing that's not following the rules is you're sleeping until 10 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
Okay? Can't let that happen because then everyone's going to want to do it.
Mike's a good manager. I don't mind getting told what to do by Mike. I was so happy to see Old Man Joe again. He's a great guy from New York. He's got all kinds of great stories.
You should have seen her with her shorts on. She wore shorts for the whole week. She's like me. She celebrates her birthday the whole week.
I used to talk to him all the time last time I was living here. Anthony and Joe always have all kinds of outlandish debates.
And they showed her face on Google. They showed her face. It's brown and it's very delicate.
They lived in the desert. They were just overly tan.
There's just a lot of wacky people in general here. And everybody's always complaining about something.
I go out and I get cakes and everything for the gentlemen. I put it on the table and they eat it, and then when it's empty, they just leave it there. They expect the maid to come and clean it up. Well, there is no maid here. So I feel like I shouldn't even be putting it on the table. And what do I get from it? Laughter. Oh God, there we go again with that shit. I'm not laughing at you, bro.
This is
It's
a
like for fucking. No, not that. I'm talking about that big white thing he said is a
Oh,
crock pot.
fuck no. That's a turkey roaster.
All in all, I gotta say, it's an interesting place to be. It keeps you out of your own head, and that's a good thing. See how long I last this time. I give it a month.